Good morning. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020, Senior Day.
At this time, we want to recognize the leadership of our Student Council Executive Board in fostering Blue Jay spirit throughout the year. Like everyone in our community, this is not the ending that Student Council expected or would have wanted. Yet these board members rallied together to create and promote online content that hopefully elevated your Canvas experience. But fourth quarter is just that, one quarter of one school year. These young men gave up a portion of their summer and countless hours throughout the entire year to create other memorable experiences for you, the student body. High expectations were placed upon them from all levels of Jesuit, and in many ways they have succeeded greatly. We congratulate them on a job well done and wish them well in their future endeavors. Effy Marks, President. Chris Charles, Vice President. Carlo Barrera, Secretary. John Gonaldo, Treasurer. Dalton Baglio, Senior Class President. Zach Joubert, Junior Class President. Patrick Albright, Executive Aide. Dylan Sellers, Executive Aide. Thank you. I now ask Student Body President Effy Marks to come to the podium and address the Assembly.
Good morning, Blue Jays. On March 12th, most of us went to take the last of our third quarter exams and thought nothing of it. What we did not realize is that that Thursday would be the last time the entire Jesuit community would be on campus this school year. And for seniors, the last time we would be here as students. Today is not a day that any of us could have ever envisioned. For the seniors, we all thought we would be dressed up in our suits, about to be dismissed from the courtyard by top, something we've all dreamt of since our first year. For the rest of the student body, you would be watching a class go by and looking forward to your own future endeavors. And for me, I thought I would weigh 20 pounds less. Late this year, we were hit with the coronavirus pandemic. The unfortunate reality should not put a damper on an otherwise terrific school year. Although the year didn't end as planned, we stuck with what we've learned as Jesuit students and powered through. We as a student body have excelled in all aspects of being Blue Jays. Academically, we have 6 current students with perfect ACTs and 22 National Merit semifinalists. Athletically, the swim team won their 36th straight Metro title and finished as state runner-up. The soccer and basketball teams had exciting seasons, reaching the state quarterfinals. The football team, although we may not have finished our season in the Superdome, experienced a day that none of us will ever forget, October 4th, the day we beat Holy Cross in the 100th rivalry game. After the countless hours of all-season preparation, the tennis, rugby, and baseball team were poised to make a run for state. Corresponding with our academics and athletics came school spirit. The Gizzard was there for our support throughout the year at every game and every pep rally, never taking a step down in energy level. This same energy helped power us to be champions at the Carrollton Clash and keep the trophy on campus for another year. Together, through our individual interests and talents, we've all contributed to what makes our school great. As I mentioned before, the end of the school year has been full of challenges. The world is in a crisis, and our lives have been abruptly turned upside down. We need to mourn those losses and take responsibility to help those who have been affected. Rather than succumbing to fear, doubt, and anger, let us cross that bridge and use this as an opportunity to rediscover our faith and those values that have been instilled in us by our families and by our Jesuit community. Let us restore solidarity, loyalty, kindness, and compassion. Let us find way every day and selfless acts of kindness to be men for others. The world now, more than ever, needs the men of Jesuit. To next year's Student Council, you will be faced with hard work and difficult decisions. I encourage you to continue and persevere throughout the year despite any criticism you may hear or fatigue you may feel. To this year's Executive Board, thank you. I would not have lasted a day without the continuous effort and creativity of everyone on the board, especially the guidance, patience, and compassion of Mr. Genovese and Mr. Bansfather. And to all current students, faculty, and staff, I would like to say thank you for making this year amazing for all of us. Thank you for making me smile every day as I walk these hallways. Thank you for the tears of laughter I would experience at least once a week at the lunch table. Thank you for the class lessons I will never forget because of the strange yet effective ways of teaching them. A year ago at this time, I was worried about how I would manage my responsibility I had undertaken. How would I manage the workload of e-board on top of trying to keep up with my regular co-curriculars? The answer to this question was all of you. Everyone has been there to support and truly shown that Jesuit is a school full of men for others. Jesuit can be an intimidating place at first blush. As an incoming 8th grader, it looks like a world of adulthood, with big guys full of swagger wearing a well-worn uniform. This uniform's similar to yours, but you've just slid into it for the first time, and it doesn't make you feel the same sense of confidence or community that the older guys seem to carry so easily. Anyone who doesn't admit to the insecurity of their first days here is either kidding themselves or teasing all of us. But the gradual comfort we gain in wearing that uniform, and the sense of awareness and knowing that we are carrying on generations of commitment to serving others, hopefully fills us all with a tremendous sense of legacy. I believe that we all help each other, and that ease and comfort, and even pride in wearing that uniform, even with the PHs that come from our imprecisions. My older brothers still have their uniform shirts signed by their classmates from the final days of their senior years. I'll admit, I'm jealous of that. We 2020 guys don't get that opportunity, or prom, or running out of the doors onto Will Clark Field, something that will make my parents cry, or a tour to khaki. But for my senior friends, we have a link that is unspoken, and the commonality of sharing a modest sacrifice will only add to our bond as time progresses. And for you who will be Jesuit students next year and beyond, you are presented with an awesome opportunity, with God's help, to rebuild not only traditions of Carrollton and Banks, but to lift up an entire society and even a world. Our faith will serve you well, but so will Jesuit as an institution and a community. For these reasons, I've been blessed and honored to be a representative of this wonderful student body. Be safe, be strong, and for one last time, go Jays!
Good morning, gentlemen. It is indeed an honor to be here to speak with you this morning. Each year at this time, the senior class always asks, are we the best class you've ever had? And there's 3 things you have to look at to answer that question. First is, where did you come from? Second, where are you now? And third, where will you be in the future? First, remember when you were in the 8th and 9th grade? I remember that for sure. There's only one word that could have described you at that time, and that word is challenging. I'm sure back in the 8th and 9th grade, some of you probably would have thought you wouldn't be here today. But you are, and you all deserve to be here today. The second question is, where are you today? As a class, you have been exceptional in a lot of areas: academic, athletic, social, spiritual. When it comes to athletics, you have achieved quite a bit. You've far surpassed some of your own personal goals. When it comes to academics, you've done a great job, just as Effy mentioned in his speech. Spiritually, I would consider this class one of the most spiritual classes we've had in some time. Socially, I enjoyed watching this class gel as a class. Socially also takes in your school spirit. School spirit was nothing short of fabulous with the class of 2020. I would have to say, when it comes to spirituality and school spirit, I can't remember a class that has reached the plateaus the class of 2020 has reached. Then there's the future. When you leave here and you take with you everything this school has given to you, everything you have worked for, that with your God-given talents, what are you going to do? I ask that you not go out in the world and be the best in the world. I ask that you go out and be the best for the world. If you do this, then you could say you're the best class I've ever had. Gentlemen, now comes the time you've been waiting for, your final dismissal. I know it's not what we all envision, but it is what it is. Prior to dismissing you, I would like to say working with the class of 2020 this year has been fantastic. The relationships that we have formed, in my perspective, are the best I've had in my 19 years as the prefect of discipline. Thank you for that. Now comes the time you've all been waiting for. Time for your final dismissal. Jesuit High School of New Orleans, class of 2020, you are now dismissed.